What's up? I forgot to actually add myself to the stream. Holy crap. This sweatshirt. Like the camera really shows all of my oil drips and dribbles. This is my work sweatshirt, so I don't care. What's up, guys? No one else seemed to be streaming, so I was bored. Again, I'm always bored. Actually, I got food. It's very hot. Literally just came out of the oven. That's why I didn't start the stream right up. And I'm around go because I can. And might work on my little quadcopter because it was kind of doing a lot of this today. I haven't flown in a long time. It's been too damn windy. Exhale, the motor isn't responding at all. Whatever. Okay, I gotta quit this Discord crap because it just annoys me. Anybody want to jump in? There it is. Hop on in. And hang on out. I'm going to eat this thing. It's very tasty. It's very hot. It's cooling off a little. They're very yummy. I wish I can make these, but what a pain in the ass when I can buy them for like $3. So tasty. I'm drooling just thinking about it. This one's an apple, and I actually like the raspberry ones best. But, I had apple ones, so that's what I'm eating. There is that. So, anyway. So I flew my little quadcopter this evening, right at sunset. If you haven't seen, I posted on Facebook and or Twitter. And the air was dead calm. I literally put it up for 7 minutes, and it just basically sat there. I think I had to realign it like 3 or 4 times to keep it in the yard, and that was it, which is awesome. Usually it goes up and goes that way and then swings back. The air wind usually at night is going from west to east, even though the water at night, it's weird. Sun comes up, air's flowing east to west. Sun goes down, air flows west to east, because it's always coming from the sun toward the cold. On a normal non-stormy controlled wind pattern. Anyway, in general, I'm just going by what my little quadcopter does. There's always like a weird dead zone too if you catch it just right. At least around here, and I've noticed it when I was in Florida, it did it. Florida, there's a wind constantly. And I had it down there. And I always noticed right at sunrise and right at sunset, there's like a 15-minute window where, as long as there's no storms, there's, even if it's a breezy day and not windy day, if it's windy, it stays windy. But if it's a breezy day, you got like a 15-minute window right as the sun's like going up below the ground level, that the wind just kind of dies. And it's a short window. You only have about 15 minutes, like I said. Seems to do it every night. Again, depending on, on a normal weather day, if it's breezy out, the breeze will die for that 10 or 15 minutes. And you can fly your little quadcopter and watch the sunset, which is why I always get sunrises and sunsets, because it's the only time it's not windy and I'm too in cluster with trees. Anyway, so it was wobbling. I'm not sure if the blades that need to be balanced, or I haven't touched that thing in a freaking year probably. But I do want to properly mount the lights. And I actually put the other 2 lights. I'd like to put the other 2 lights on it. It's only got 2 lights, one forward, one back. It's supposed to have 4. And I'd like to put them on there. I'm not really sure how I'm going to attach them. I have to think about that while I make a rum and coke. I actually think I'm going to use the medium quality rum. Well, crap, that's half gone already. Because my good quality rum is almost gone, and I want that for better occasions. And I'm really not in the mood to drink heavily tonight. I just want a rum and coke. So there's that. What are you guys up to? What is everybody up to? Is there someone else streaming? I'll stop. I literally started up instantaneously because no one else seemed to be streaming. So, and I'm done with television. There's just nothing left on that I want to watch. I was watching stupid crap today on Netflix. I never would have watched otherwise. Badlands. Not the TV show, the movie Badlands on Netflix or Amazon, one or the other. I think it was on Netflix. Oh my God, was it lame. It was I want to be an old Clint Eastwood Western, and it just wasn't. And now I'm going to eat my tart. Puff pastry, so yummy. Somebody can jump in. Somebody needs to jump in. Somebody needs to jump in. I had a Defender 4 Pro. Yeah. And my biggest problem is I'm actually not even supposed to fly here because I have too many airports. They're all mini little rinky-dink airports, but I don't care. There's like 2 of them right here, like private airports, so I'm not supposed to fly. Plus, I have Millstone Power Plant that's only like 2 miles away, so I'm in no-fly zone because of that. But I'm flying a little stupid plastic. They don't give a crap. No one ever gave me crap about it. Like, seriously? An airplane hits that thing, and it's just going to disintegrate. It's not going to hurt the airplane any. And it's not big enough to carry anything to hurt Millstone. Maybe a firecracker, M80. That's about the extent of that. That's good. That wasn't dinner, that was dessert. Now, one of them Pepperidge Farms, I think, or I think it's Pepperidge Farms, still fruit, whatever they are, pastry tart things. They are freaking delicious. That was one of my old man's things. That's what I actually bought them for, was for him. And then they kind of got into the lockdown and never happened. Oh well. They are yummy. Should have cooked 2. No. So anyway. Oh boy. Little quadcopter. Uh-oh. What did I do with the blade wrench? My little balancer. I think the blade wrench is right here. Somewhere in this box of crap. That's not it, is it? Excuse me. Looks like it. What's the figure here? Hope I didn't chuck it. I keep looking at it and going, what the hell is this thing? And then I go, oh yeah, it's a blade wrench. Yep, box of stuff. I'm going to dump it out because I need to find that blade wrench. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That actually belongs in there. Except for there's too many already in there. I need to get rid of a couple of these. Anybody want one of these freaking stupid things? Glue stick. I got a mess of these things too. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's not in there. Gosh darn it. What did I do with it? This I need to throw out. Yeah, right in. What did I do with the little blade wrench? Thought I threw it in there. I can probably use this if I have to, but I'd really rather not. I'd really rather use the blade wrench. If you shake it, all the stuff settles and I can close the box. What's up, Viking? You want to jump in? And it'll post to the thing. Oh, what did I do with the blade wrench? Oh, it's here somewhere. I just saw it the other day, too. What did I do with it? I should put it in my battery bucket. Because that's what it's for. It's just the quadcopter. Did I throw it in the battery bucket? Nope. Batteries. And connectors and wires and things. Alright. Here somewhere. Just gotta remember what the hell I did with it. I stick it in this here box of crap. I just saw it the other day and I went, oh, I gotta put this somewhere where I don't lose it. And of course I put it somewhere where I don't remember and I basically lost it. Here it is. I knew it was right here somewhere. Now I gotta remember how the hell to use it. Let's balance some props first, if they need it. Guess that one doesn't. Oh, maybe it does. So it's a little bit heavier. Pretty darn close though. What's up, Dan? Nobody wants to jump in? Please jump in. I have somebody to talk to besides just me. I'm going to go with that one's all right. May not be perfect, but it's darn close. That's certainly not causing my wobble. This used to be a Bugs 3. Before I crashed it. It used to look like that. Bugs 3. But then I'd crash it too many times and break them. And that's what actually got me into quadcopter, or into 3D printing, were these things. So, yeah. Yeah, well, I flew it. If you didn't see the post, I posted on both Twitter and Facebook. It was flying tonight for the first time in a while, and it was very wobbly. That one's not bad either. Oh, you guys can't even see it, can you? Yeah, I'm diddling with the prop balancer, and you can't even see it working. Yes, it's a 3D printed, mostly 3D printed frame. These are carbon fiber square tubes. This is cheap. This thing's like $80. That's why I bought it. It's like a really highly rated. Now, this is a very, very basic. This is pretty much the cheapest, decent brushless quad you can buy. It has no GPS. It has no controller crap. It's got nothing. It's a fly. You better know what the hell you're doing, or else you're gonna crash it, which I do regularly. Oops, bolts. Hey, you're not supposed to do that. I mean, that one's good too. Usually it's the two front one I chew up first. I'm going to go with that one's balanced. Close enough, anyways. Get on there. Yeah, this is the cheapest, decent quadcopter there is. You know, yeah. I actually paid less for this than I did my old tarantulas. We had so many tarantulas. Just gave them all away. I just found a manual to those today, too. I was sort of half-assed cleaning my room today. Thanks to Mr. Basement. I'm going to go with that one's balanced, too. Well, maybe not. Yeah, I'm going to go with it. It's pretty well balanced. Might be a little nah. This might be a tad heavy on the painted tip side. Not enough to worry about. What's up, Paul? Who's all here? Hobby, Howie, Sergio, HVAC, Viking, Buttram, Dan. Who else is here? I wonder why this thing was wobbling if it was so bad. I mean, it was really wobbling. Might be something else loose. I just figured the props were out of balance because I haven't really balanced them in a while, and I'm sure I've hit stuff. Well, I actually haven't flown it much to hit anything. I think I'm going to redesign the body because it's kind of big and heavy. I can take a lot of weight off of that. I'm going to go with that's pretty well balanced. So the blades are good. You know, I'm a little more, I mean, it was fine other than when I did the video. There was a lot of vibration in it, which I normally don't get. Because I use a run cam. And it was only vibrating on acceleration, which the only time it ever always vibrates is you know, I want to say deceleration, it is deceleration, but when it's dropping, it always vibrates a little because of the way the thing is. And plus, it's been beat up, it's been crashed too many times. If you look, I don't know if you can see it, but the big old dent, and that's the actual gyros, from what I understand. I'm not really positive, but so they might be a little out, but I've never had a problem finding it since. I beat the crap out of it, dropped it from a tree, dropped it into a tree, and then from the tree in multiple pieces. So the props are good. I haven't oiled the motors in a really long time. I don't hear any grinding. That was a little rough. Not that bad, though. Not bad enough that I should be concerned, I'm sure. Ooh, there's a screw missing. This motor has a screw missing. That's a new one. Screw missing. Can you see it? I wonder where that screw went. That might be the whole problem. Anything else vibrating loose? I may have just had the camera and battery out of balance. Nothing's loose. All the little boingies, little spongy balls are in place. There's no goggles with this. This is line of sight only. This is super cheapo, not FPV, not any of that. This is an $80, $90 unit. And actually, I think they're even cheaper now because it's kind of getting outdated. Camera not included. You don't want their camera, believe me. I'm using a really old run cam that I hydro dipped. So people are like, why'd you hydro dip it? Because I did it in bright ass colors. So if I lose it in the woods, it'll be found, because the original was silver. And then right after I did it, they came out with the orange one. So I have two. And actually, I had an HD, a Run Cam HD, and I gave it to my brother. I actually like this one better for these. For one, they're like $35 now. If you can find one, that's the only problem with those cameras, is you can't really find them anymore. But the quality's fine for what I'm doing. I'm not worried about it. I might get into the whole FPV thing someday, but no time soon. I'd really like to find a better way to mount these here lights, but I guess there really isn't one. I just literally have them screwed into the mount for the legs. And just so you know, the mount for the legs are TPU. And the actual legs are just PLA. The quad, all the rest of the quad is PETG, but the legs are they're actually spiral printed PLA, and it's semi-transparent. The original one, these legs actually came off a different quadcopter I 3D printed, and I used to stick the lights right inside the tubes. They're semi-transparent. It's Esun's glass purple PLA. And then I put this little gate for him, so when it lands, it bounces. And can take a hit and not crash or die. Everything's tight. I don't know why it was vibrating. I wonder if I just had the battery too far forward or too far back and it was out of balance. The only thing I can think of. What is up? I believe it is Wednesday. Yes. Jordan. Here, jump in, Jordan. You want to try out your new headset. I read on the stream. Oh, you already did jump in. You're right here.
I got you.
See you there. I have the dong thing. It's supposed to ding dong when you come on.
You are a ding dong. That's right.
Well, there is that, but
Llama llama ding dong.
llama llama ding dong. Llama llama llama. Llama llama duck.
Yeah. So Amazon really screwed up in the last few days for me.
They really what?
Screwed up.
Oh, is that the new headset?
It's one of them.
What is it? Turn sideways. I want to see what it is.
It is.
Oh, so it's similar to mine.
They just scroll colors.
I'm going to say the mic is better than the one you used to use, to be honest with you.
Well, the mic I was using before was a lapel mic.
Yeah.
Doing
but that
videos.
That's
and stuff
pretty
like that.
clear. I mean, really clear.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't tell, right? I can't.
Yeah, no, it's nice.
Can't hear myself.
Is, when you get louder, I just heard it clip.
Right.
So it's pretty sensitive to loud, but the sound quality is awesome.
Oh, good. So
Probably better than this.
I had ordered a bunch of stuff. I ordered a bunch of filament. I got some headphones for my kids and this headset. And it was just delayed and delayed and delayed. So then I said to them, like I called and I said, hey, like this, I ordered this like on the 2nd or 3rd. Like it's supposed to be here by now. And then it said it was supposed to be here on the 6th, but then it just never arrived. So I called them on the 6th and said, hey, it says it's arriving today, but there's no tracking information. Is there a problem? And so she said, okay, we'll check back tomorrow, and otherwise we'll look at it from there. So the next day I called them and said, hey, it said it was supposed to arrive yesterday, and now it says it's arriving today, but there's no tracking information. So she looked at it for a while and looked at it and then just said, okay, well, I'll cancel the orders because they look like they're stuck in transit. And then you can just reorder. And I said, okay. And I talked about how, it's going to be quite a bit of money to upgrade because these weren't available anymore. Only like $50 for this headset. So I said, okay, well, got to get something different. So I ordered a Logitech set and they gave me a $25 credit for anything sold and shipped by Amazon as opposed to like a third-party vendor.
Good.
So I used it and then looked online last night and sure enough, part of it never canceled. And then the filament arrived and then these arrived. So things just started showing up even though they were supposed to be canceled. And now
something's going up now because we got a FedEx truck driving up the driveway. I think it's going out back.
And so there's another headset coming tomorrow. And so I'll decide which one I like better, which one's more comfortable, and then go from there. But the other one coming is a Logitech.
Your filament went out. You should be getting it. I don't know. Everyone seems to be getting it wicked quick. A bunch of people already got it. I just sent the first batch out Friday, and a couple people were saying they already got it, and then yours, and I sent the big roll to Brian yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. I don't know.
Oh, you sent it on BBD?
I can't remember what day it is. They're all blending one into another.
Good. Well, I'm glad Brian will get the filament.
Yeah, he's going to be a while because that big-ass thing cost me a boatload of money, and I took the slowest possible, and he's all the way on the other side of the country, so they're estimating 10 to 15 days or something for him to get it.
Dude, there's something.
Everyone else is like 2 days.
The stuff that's coming from Florida, it shipped. Let me see if I can find it. Like, it's been so long that it shipped.
Yeah, but you're in Canada, so the minute that thing hits the border, you get that stop.
No, so check this out. So shipping information. So on March 30th, it left Florida. Went up a city, then down a city to Miami, because that's just how the shipping routes work. And that I get. And then it hung out in Miami from the 31st, and this morning it has now left the Miami International Distribution Center. So my tracking information is ended because once it leaves Miami, once it gets into like Canada, they don't track it anymore. So
I need a new chair. This thing's getting really creaky.
I'm getting really creaky. Can I get a new me?
Creaky.
Yeah.
I got a new me, man. It didn't work. It just made it more creaky.
I moved the printers around today.
Huh?
I moved the printers around today.
Did you?
Yeah. Well, I did.
We're running.
The Chiron was sitting here, and it's huge. I kept every time I turn, I'd knock the spool off the holder. It would just go flying. I'll tell you what, though, those eSun spools, they could take a licking.
You should have yours, Dan. Because I don't know, somebody told me they already got theirs. Now you're gonna make me go look, aren't you? Twit. Because I twittered you the thing, didn't I?
You tweeted or
I'm hammering on firmwares. Okay. Let's see. Dan. Where's your tracking number? Here it is. Copy. USPS. Now we gotta track it and see where it's going.
Hey, Michael Cassell.
Information available soon. What?
I think just everything is just delayed.
Yeah, no, it usually takes 12 hours or so, and that's about it. Because the post office was literally at the end of my driveway, and it's a beach post office. It's literally for the beach, and they keep trying to close it, but they're keeping it open just because people are using it, like me. But it's only open 4 hours a day. It's a little itty bitty beach. Oh, Dan's in here. Why is the little chirpy thing not chirping? It's supposed to chirp.
You're chirping.
He's chirping pretty hard.
Play sound when guest enters. It did not play the sound when guest enters.
Nope.
Ban guess. Who can I ban?
Patreon.com.
Yeah.
Ban Dan.
Ban him. Ban him and then make him beg for forgiveness.
I kind of like these LEDs. I don't know why, but I like them.
Yeah, mine's got those too. I got a set like that. I actually use it I used to use it for the PlayStation. I don't really use it anymore.
I don't know. These seem pretty comfortable, and they got like an onboard scrolly button.
They look exactly like mine. I mean, almost exactly the same thing.
I do, however, I like that the cord is that fiber wrap one.
Yep, same as this. I think they're almost the same thing.
What brand are those?
I don't know. There's like 8 brands that are actually the same.
Well, it says right on the top, band. Use your eyeball.
I know. I can't read it because I'm blind.
Corsair.
Hunter Spider.
That's what these are. Hunter Spiders.
There you go.
Then you got the same ones.
Different model.
10 years old.
Different model.
But tomorrow's going to be a set of Logitech Artemis that shows
I think
up.
I paid $29 for those.
And I really like the idea of more Logitech stuff.
I'm telling you, dude, the mic on that is better than what you used to use.
It's good.
It's a natural sound. It doesn't have that. Hi, I'm on a microphone at the other side of the room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of those. I've been watching the news and they're all coming from home and stuff. Their audio is worse than ours.
Oh yeah,
And they're supposed to be professionals, you know.
But they're
most
not.
of them,
That's
don't
not what they're. That's
call
not what
much.
they're professional at.
no, most of them are using like if you look too, most of them are using like their iPod headphones and
Yeah, I
iPhone
did. Yeah, I
headphones
use
and stuff
that.
like that. Yeah, they're not.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
lot of
not using
AirPods and
Yeah,
Our weatherman, local weatherman dude, is he's a weirdo, anyways. But oh my god, it's even worse because his cat like jumps up in his lap and starts playing with the keyboard, and all of a sudden he disappears.
there's somebody who does 3D printing reviews 9 times out of 10 holding a cat, and they're just it's hard to watch. It's hard to watch
it does get
because it's like you're watching the video and they're talking about the printer, and all of a sudden like, oh, Whiskers wants to come play.
Boy, who's that?
I'm not saying.
Come on.
yeah. There's no need to bring
Trying
up
to
the
think who does
names.
helmet reviews that I watched that has a cat on it.
There's a gentleman. The gentleman you speak of probably did a video today, if it's the one I'm thinking of.
I don't know. Let me.
Very well could have been, and it could have been a review that.
I don't really
I
watch
don't-
helmet
I don't
reviews
understand
anymore.
why a
It's pointless.
build and review takes 4 hours to build, especially when it's a. I don't know.
Yeah, no, there's some.
Oh, what are you talking about, Neary?
I say no names.
Oh no, actually, I'm not even. That's not even who I'm thinking of. But you're not probably terribly wrong on that case. No, this is an entirely different person. That
I want to know who
Just
it is. Put it.
the
Put it in the
videos
private
take.
chat.
The videos take 10 times too long.
Put it in the
Yeah,
private
that's-
chat.
I'm
Boo.
not telling you, Llama.
he doesn't want to talk. Llama, he can't talk about you like that.
I'm not.
I don't have a cat, so
I know. I'm just messing with you. I'm actually picking up my daughter's mess. She made a mess and then walked away.
But yeah, these Logitech Artemis that are coming are apparently they got all kinds of buttons on the side and shit like that. I don't know. They were
yeah.
$90 and I had $25 off.
Or else I'd use mine.
Yeah, you
I'd
might not
move
have a
around.
delay between talking and listening at that point. You might actually be better to stream with.
Okay, I'm trying for the 3rd time now to print this damn dragon. Let's see if it goes today.
What
Usually it
dragon?
prints
What
no
dragon?
problems, but okay, I shouldn't say dragon. I should say serpent because I believe it's listed as the serpent.
Oh, the Ruby's singing serpent.
Ruby, yeah. It for some reason today I started it. I printed this thing a bunch of times. I left. I went to work. My wife calls me, "Hey, you need to turn off your printer." I'm like, "Just pull the USB cord out of it, shut it off." I'm like, "I'm not in front of my computer. I'm upstairs. I'm tearing shit apart. Just pull the USB cable out the front, turn the power switch off. I'll fix it when I get home." Come home, green spaghetti everywhere. I'm like, "Damn it." So then I started again. 3 hours in, and the one hand popped off and it was starting to shoot spaghetti. I'm like, come on. I don't even know what layer I'm at this point or what layer it popped off.
Slow it down.
I'm like, forget it. So I've cleaned the bed again, and I'm breaking out trusty hairspray because the build surface on the glass on this thing is about a year old now, and it's wore out. I need to replace it.
Just flip it over. Use smooth glass then.
Yeah, that was a thought, but I don't know. Flip it over, get that nice shiny side. Would you look at that?
So, should I continue modeling this thing?
Looks like
Is it
my
a
dog.
Pig?
Keep going.
No, it's a dragon dog. It's the
I
dragon
say,
dog.
looks like my dog. That's what I said. See? Damn it! Did I just get paint on my face?
He's going to be a dog, but he's going to be like a dragon. He's going to have the little zigzaggy things in his back and whatever you call them things.
Kick my
Probably
dog
make
in the
scales
balls,
on 'em.
too. Oh shit! Get out of there. Oh, I've been going nuts with this TPU. I'm like, for some reason, I've been wanting to print it just to see if the issues I've had in the past were just time or moisture or what. So I was trying to find something to print with it because it was irritating the hell out of me. I was like, I got this whole roll of TPU sitting there. I don't want to waste it. So I'm like, I guess I'll waste it, seeing if it's a problem. So I started printing these guys right here. soda can covers or beer can covers or just a 12-ounce can cover. Pop right on. That way, if you knock it over with a house full of cats, as we do, it's less likely to spill a shitload everywhere.
You need a little tab on it so you have something to grab onto.
Right there.
It was under your thumb. I understand now.
Yes. Yes. And then you just...
Uh,
I printed them out of PLA as well. And PLA is a pain in the ass. If you don't size it right, it is a tight fit, but it's still... Yeah. So,
I'm not happy with my ender right now.
no, I love my enders still.
I love my ender too, except the last 48 hours, it will not maintain level.
Huh.
It just
Didn't
will
we have a
not.
conversation about why do you need a BL touch on it? Just level it, don't touch it, it'll be fine. Did you tell me that?
But that doesn't fix, because the thing is, if you store the
No, I know.
mesh and it's not coming back down, it's still going to be. So
It's
I don't
gonna
know
be
what
off,
the deal is. I've changed the brass nut on the lead screw. I've changed the limit switch. I swapped it for the Y because it gets a little bit less use that way.
Well, let's use, yeah.
I don't know what the deal is, but it just level it, hot, level it, doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
I pulled the prints off with my finger, let them cool down completely. Didn't even pull the build plate off. Just slid them off with my finger.
Mm-hmm.
Clicked print, and it's unlevel.
What's the what build surface you printing on?
Oh, it's a
glass or
it's a Wham Bam.
Okay.
Sounds to me like the little screw holding the arm on is loose.
The bed's
The
not
actual
wobbly.
arm going out, or is the bed going out?
Yeah.
So originally, I did have a little bit of play in the gantry, which I found was the nut had a little bit of play. So I put back on another one that I had that was just super tight. Doesn't have a problem.
Yeah.
The bed itself doesn't have any wobble, but it's an ender, right? So if you give it a little jiggle, it's on such a narrow rod, it does.
Yeah, you're talking the regular ender. That's right. You don't have the pro. You don't have the.
No. And it does have yellow bed springs
somewhere.
Yeah,
you got a screw loose somewhere besides just in your head.
I've been checking everything. I'm gonna tear into it again. But I moved the Chiron over here. The Prometheus is now over here. This is gonna go over here eventually.
Sadly, I have found that the enders every now and then get a little stubborn, so you have to just tear them apart, clean them up, put them back together, and then they function again.
I've not had to do that in a while.
Yeah,
and I think it's just, well, I mean, it gets heavy use to begin with.
Yeah.
But and it's not even it's weird. It's not even it's not homing and then it crashes into the bed or something like that. It's literally just it'll home and that side will be low every time.
Yeah, you got a screw loose somewhere. That would be my first guess.
The next thing I'm going to do is pull the hot end off and see if maybe the hot end itself is actually loose.
Yeah,
because the whole hot end could be moving just a little bit unknowingly.
Yeah, you getting a height variance or actually out of level? Is it touching on one side and not on the other?
No, it's literally it's printing in the air, maybe half a mil. I give the bed springs a couple little turns and it's fine every time. So it's not like it's a huge out. It's just enough that it's not sticking to the bed, of course, because it's just kind of.
Yeah, maybe the hot end is loose then, or
the
nozzle's loose, or
you get a little bit of pressure pushing the nozzle up when it's extruding. Yeah, that's not. It doesn't look close at all. No.
That's
hammy. So
that's not even remotely close.
You're not getting any smush on that. It's just laying down.
No, and the thing is literally. So I leveled the bed, ran 3 bed level tests back to back, and every corner was looking beautiful. The middle was looking beautiful. Everything was beautiful. So then I turned off the printer. Or I didn't even turn off the printer. I finished the print, the set of ear savers. While I was upstairs, I came downstairs a little while ago, cleared off the build plate, went back up for dinner, came back down now and clicked print. Nothing moved, nothing changed, and it hates life. So, whatever.
Stubborn child.
more stuff to figure out.
Yep. If you didn't have a hobby that drove you nuts, what would you have?
I'm going to go with there's something wrong with it.
Well,
Good
I
job.
mean, the thing is, right? Like, I mean, I put thousands of hours on that printer to begin with.
I'm going to say the gantry's loose or something's loose somewhere.
Yeah, I'm just going to go over the whole thing
and then see if something's loose somewhere.
Oh, I did, and that's when I found that that little brass nut had some play in it. But I'm going to just...
The brass nut always has kind of play in them.
Nah, this had it was chunky.
That's why I went to the palm ones, because they're just always smoother. The Delron ones are way nicer.
I purchased some of those lovely brass nuts with the backlash nut on them. I bought those, put them on, figured all right. My gantry will stop sagging or stop dropping when the print's done when it's up high, and that's not the case. They still drop.
No, this printer has anti-backlash, so the big one back here.
Yeah,
it was over here, so I'm confused. So that one has anti-backlash nuts on it, and because of the weight, actually, it doesn't even have it's a direct drive. So just for some reason, when it turns off, one side droops just a little bit. As soon as it's finished a print, it just does it. So what I've done is in my start G code, because I've calibrated it, I have it run a G34.
Okay.
And what that does is, because the distances I set, like 50 and 150 and Y was the middle. So there's a way to set it up, and I can tell you how to do it later if you want in Marlin. But basically what it does is it homes, C-safe homing because of BL Touch, and then it goes over to one side, does a few probes, goes over to the other side, does a few probes, goes over to the other side, adjusts, does some probes, come back, does some probes, adjusts. It just trams the gantry perfectly.
Nice.
Yeah. So it was always causing a problem where it needed to be releveled, or I'd have to run a mesh every print. Because it would just drop for some reason a little bit. But with this, I don't even notice it.
Nice.
And it doesn't take very long to do. And I even have mine. I print slow, so my printer runs slow. I also have it do 3 probes just for accuracy as opposed to 2.
Okay.
But I don't know. I like it. I like being able to even that up because then the bed is bolted steady. There's no springs or anything anymore.
Yeah. At some point, since I put the BL Touch on both these enders, I'm thinking about just getting the taking the springs out and doing the solid mounts for the bed too. Just
not me, man. I screw it way too much for that. I'll break something.
Well, I actually
break.
But it's going on this printer.
Yeah, because
my ender does not. Yeah, well, it's how big it is, and
yeah, and I don't blame you there. I mean, I get it. The bigger the bed is, the more you should have something like that, because no matter how good you think you are, you're not. Something that big is hard to.
The thing is the bed itself, like an ender bed, is this big. So if there's a little bit of wobble in it, it doesn't matter how big. Like, unless you've got a lot of mesh points on there, you're not going to probably capture the little tiny dips as much as you would on a bigger bed. Like, I run 5x5 on that.
Yeah.
And it does 3 mesh points at every spot. It takes
15 minutes,
2 minutes to run every time. Okay. But it also takes 5 minutes to heat up. So, or maybe, I can't remember how many points. It's got a lot of damn points. It does a lot.
Old curmudgeon, I do a 7x7. I do a 7x7. I figure for I got the BL Touch on there, I might as well just run a 7x7 because I'm never in a hurry when I run my prints. So if it takes an extra, minute or 2 or 3 minutes to print the print because it's running through the mesh, fine. It doesn't bother me. I mean, I did without it for all these years. I'll do without it for all these years in 1 more minute.
I just find it a waste of time.
I know.
What I might do is change this start G code for this one to say, because right now it heats the nozzle, like heats the bed, then heats the nozzle, homes, does the tramming, homes, and starts.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to change it to not heat the nozzle till after it's trimmed, because it leaves little tiny poops on the and it comes down.
Yeah.
Now I like if I'm there, I just wipe it off. But
yeah. Oh, I've noticed that more with TPU than I have with PLA.
Yeah. So I might do it so it heats the nozzle after the trim, where it goes home and waits for a second before starting.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm probably just causing myself more trouble to change it.
Or just don't bother with it ever.
I don't have enough blue tape, and the stores are sold out.
Don't need much. Don't even absolutely have to have blue tape. You can use anything. You can use a piece of freaking paper. Nope, won't do that either.
No, I will not put hairspray near a printer.
Unless you're spraying that outside, you don't want to be using that crap.
Yeah, but are you do you take your build plate outside, like around out of the room, spray it, and then put it back on?
No, I don't take it outside and do it. No, but I take it off the printer, away from.
Okay. Because the problem is, so you're using your brain, and that's good. Most people will just walk up to the printer and go.
Yeah, it gets sucked into the fans and all the bearings.
Sticks on every surface around, cakes up.
The wheels and the bearings.
Yeah. But I'm also the guy too that'll give my
piece, and it was a big issue when we used to do construction and you're doing a remodel. You could always tell that 16-year-old girl's room, because you go and move all the furniture out to rip the sheetrock or stuff down, and there'll be this gooey brown halo around her mirror from that crap.
Yeah, no, this I will spray on the printer. I don't care. It's rubbing alcohol, so
yeah.
I spray that on there and wipe everything down.
Oh, I spray that on there just for fun.
Yeah. So I'll every now and then you're sitting here, it's like grab it, start wiping things down. I'll take the brush and kind of brush the dust out of the channel. And give it every now and then they get a little bath,
Oh, I don't clean them. They don't.
Oh, I do. Every now and then, not all the time.
I will clean the V grooves where the rollers go, because the polycarbonate rollers, the clear ones, I don't know what it is, but they will leave a little tiny powder, and over time
they break down.
They don't wear as fast as the rubber ones or as hard.
They still
wear.
Down.
They're not indestructible.
No,
but they just cause a bit of a rub.
Yep.
Keep it clean and you don't have to worry about it.
My printers run constantly. I don't have time to maintain them.
I just run my little vacuumy thing over
there. He maintains them when they break.
Oh, I maintain them as they go. It's just right now, especially. I mean, I can't. It's weird to be turned off right now, just because I've got a few hundred pieces sitting and I'm just chilling. But I just print these damn things steady.
Yeah,
every time you hold those up, all I can think of is the old guitar logos. It shows the.
I kind of like too that I'm just using random colors, so they look kind of cool too.
Yeah, they do.
And I try to give just a mix of them in the bag. There's orange, but I used up the last of the orange E-Sun that I had now. I might switch to red. I got some of that.
I've been burning through some rolls.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw the stack I've got going on there.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's a stack.
Oh boy. Yeah, I'm going to get back into printing more here in a little bit. I want to get this dragon printed in that green. That's that green slime glitter from Printed Solid. The Jesse.
Solid printed.
Yeah, I want to get this thing printed off and see how it looks, because the feeling says this thing in green is going to look kind of neat. So figure get it printed and then switch back to something else. And
I splurged the other day and I bought a roll of filamentum. So
ooh,
I have a roll of pearl ruby red coming.
nice.
And I already know what I'm going to print with it, and then I'm going to put it away and never touch it again.
Interesting. What gets the honor?
So it's already been done, and it's fine. I don't mind, copying a little bit. I'm going to change the base colors up a little bit. I might use the MMU for it. But have you ever seen Sanix's Iron Man that Tom did? Tom Jackson for Frenzy. It's the same one. So he made a giant one for Joe, 3D Maker Noob.
Yeah.
But it's a beautiful model. Josh and I have talked about the Sanix models before, and I've wanted to get one for a while. And that color just works freaking perfectly for it. So
Nice.
I don't know when I'm going to get around to buying the model and printing it, but
hey, at
the
least you'll be
filament.
ready.
Well, it was a case of I was making an order. I ordered a bunch of stuff coming from one of the suppliers. And then I thought, well, okay, I'll throw it in.
Might as well.
Yeah, that's why I got another pair of snips too while I was at it. I was like, well, might as well.
Yeah, you already got the cart going. That was like me today at work. I was sitting there and I had to order one thing, and I was like, well, I wanted to order this, and I wanted to order that. And while I'm at it, I already got the PO open, so I might as well just put this and this on there too. And I was like, you know what? I guess I'm going to have a long summer, so I might as well go ahead and start ordering all my summer project stuff too. So I order like 11 more phones for the school because we're adding a whole bunch of new staff members next year. So got to get new phones for their rooms. And
Was this the llama copter crash?
See it shaking?
got a little bit of a weeble to it.
Yeah, it normally doesn't do that.
Nah, your camera was loose.
No, camera's strapped in. If it's loose, it falls out.
Well, it's a little bit of a chop going on there. A little bit of wobbly rotor.
Calm, too. See, and then it smoothed out when I leveled out, so it was only during acceleration. And I mean, it always does it when I drop it, because the way the gyros work, it always does. See, now it's starting to shake again. I have a feeling I just had the battery out of balance. If you don't center the battery on the little anti-vibration, the battery and the camera mount together, because you use the battery for our weight.
Okay.
Pretty cool sunset, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Somewhere along, a bird flew in front of it, a freaking mallard, and I don't know if it caught it or not.
Oh.
Should be right around here, about halfway through the plate.
Thanks to Mr. Riley, I am now running Octofarm, and so far I like it. So just got to get some more printers and make it worth having it, because 2 printers really is not really utilizing it to its fullest.
Yeah, I've got a DJI Mavic Air, so I can fold it up and put it in my pocket, and then when I want it, I pull it out and play.
Yeah.
It's
It's not $100
Hmm?
It's not $100.
No, it was substantially more, and I had a job. Oh, no, actually, no, I got it while I was injured, but I had just gotten a fancy payout check from somebody.
Can you?
What's
You're
that?
down in Canada, aren't you, right now?
No, I have a license.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Here you don't. I register them. I don't need to. I don't have one that's overweight, but I just register them anyways because why not? Everyone's like, oh, it's, they're big. Who gives a crap? Just do it. Stop whining about everything. Government wants to keep it regulated. It makes all the freaking turds that are against quadcopters, complicit because you're following the rules. They're not doing anything with it. They're just keeping a database.
Yeah, no, I paid. So they came out with some rules a year or two ago about regulations around needing licenses for fall worm and everything. So I did. It's like a $10 a test. The first time I failed because I did not realize they were going to ask me a ton and a half of aviation-based questions.
Mm.
I was like, I'm just going for the basic one. I'll just do it because I've been flying my drone for a while and I was on all the forums and everything like that. So I looked at what it was and it started asking questions like, how do you radio to the airplane to tell them where you are? And what happens on ice on the leading edge of this? And it's like, listen, this thing's money. Like it's $2,000 in the air. I'm not flying it near airplanes. I'm not flying it when there's ice. I can't.
Yeah.
I don't have a radio to radio an airplane. Like, so they actually
cut.
Yeah. The problem is that they made the testing hard, not for any good reason. Like it's just like somebody said, okay, we have to regulate these things. So somebody else came up with, well, I'm going to pull questions from the aviation modules and we'll add some stuff about drone safety, like very minimal.
Yeah.
Most of your average basic courses are the safety of the item you're using. And because that's really all they care to teach you. Advanced is when you start getting into like, how far away can you fly here? And what happens with magnetic flux and this, that, and it, like all that stuff. But yeah, this thing was weird. So I paid the $10 twice because I failed the first time, didn't have a problem the second time. And then it's a $5 registration fee to get a registration number. So
have you ever updated firmware on the DJIs?
What's that?
Have you updated the firmware on your DJI recently?
A couple weeks ago, yeah.
So you have the auto shut off then.
What?
DJI entered a auto geo tracking. If you try and fly into a no-fly zone, it won't let you.
Yeah.
The actual quadcopter will say no. And turn
That's
around,
fine.
fly back. Exactly. I mean,
the thing is like, let's be realistic about it. Most of the people out there who are flying those things are flying them way further away from them than they can see it.
yeah.
They're trying to capture they're trying to capture video for social media or something. And like, they're just
better.
Yeah. Now there are quite a few drone owners who are like ourselves. Like I'm very reasonable. I don't go flying near people. If somebody says, hey, that's too loud. Like, I'm like, okay, no problem. I'm out of here. Like, I will also send it 3 kilometers that way though, just to see how far I can get it.
Yeah.
But it's over a farmer's field.
Right. You're not like the idiot that used to. Have you ever seen the video of the guy flying it in downtown LA and down the highway?
Yeah.
Bouncing it around, and all of a sudden the freaking semi truck runs over it.
Yeah, no, never saw that one.
Yeah, I mean, these people that fly it around traffic and stuff, that's the problem is for every 100 intelligent people, normal, everyday people flying them, there's one freaking moron that they have to cover their asses for.
Why do you think we're all indoors?
Yeah, oh, I know.
There's too many stupid people. Like, so there was a news article the other day about this guy who went to the liquor store and he was being difficult, and then he purposely coughed on the person working there. And it's like,
yeah,
whether you got it or don't, that's just a dick move.
Yeah.
Like on a regular Tuesday in July, that's rude. And yet during this is even worse.
We're on the very fringe of the whole New York thing. It's like creeping up on us heavy now. It's it's in state, but it's a county or two away from me, but it's pretty gnarly. We've got a pretty high count now. And the state just auto demanded that every grocery store is now shutting down for Easter and the day after. Every grocery store in the state.
Yeah.
Do a complete freaking overhaul sanitation thing. And that's that. And they're going to have to do it, I guess, once a week. They're going to have to shut down for 24 hours and do a complete sanitation scrub and sterilize everything. And
Yep. Job security for somebody, though.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Especially if they can line their businesses up if they're doing it if they're outsourcing that.
I'll tell you what, you know the company that's making a freaking killing off of this? Whoever's making all them Lexan sheets that are everywhere now. Every store, every cashier, every window, every gas station now has those, the Lexan sheet in front of the cash register. That company whoever's making it is making a freaking killing.
Yeah. Definitely not hurting, and they ain't complaining either. Besides, it ain't like those things weren't stockpiled sitting on shelves for the last, 15 years because projectors are taking over in classes and they're using computers and projectors instead of the old overheads like they used to.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about the overhead stuff. That's doing it right too. I'm talking the big sheets like that the cashiers are putting up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Big sheets of Lexan.
Yeah. I get you now.
Glass. Usually
I get
Lexan.
you now.
Flexible. I just bought some of those sheets and I'm very disappointed. Because you could see through that, but if you put it in front of your face, it is not clear.
It doesn't have to be too clear. It's going to be clear enough to hit a vein.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't read my keyboard with it in front of my face.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see it and I know where everything is, but it's not clear. I'm kind of disappointed.
Being where most of them are at, they work where they work. I'm thinking that
distortion to it.
Yeah, I think they believe that anything is better than nothing.
Well, it seems like it's only when I bend it. If I hold it flat, it's clear. If I bend it, that's when it distorts. So I guess it's all right. I don't know. I'm gonna make some. I got a sheet of 100 of them. They're kind of thinner than I thought they were gonna be, but whatever. Yeah, I mean that's all they need is a piece of that. So everybody around here's got. They're the other thing they're having to do now. I guess somebody bumped into it and cut themselves because one store just rough cut it and slapped it up, and they sliced their arm on the edge of it because that plexiglass, if you rough cut it, it's sharp. It can do some damage. And now all of them they all have tape around the edges of them.
Yeah, you'll have that.
The other last week.
Well, usually they've got that stuff
tape on the edges.
I see. Usually that stuff's recessed into some sort of a channel anyway. They got some sort of a frame around it, so you can't get to those edges anyway.
Yeah.
So even if they were rough, they'd still have a metal frame that it sits inside of. You'd never get to it.
Now they're going to start taking your temperature when you go into the store too today, starting tomorrow.
Well, they want to make sure
you opt for rectal or.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to bend over and let them jam it up your butt.
It's just as you start walking through the door, just start taking your pants down. You're like, whoa, 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 whoa. Be like, take my temperature. This is how mommy does it.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, we're right on the fringe in New York, so.
I would, though. I'd be like, this is how my mama does it.
It's not a bad thing. Yeah, that same thing. You're just every grocery store, every pharmacy, every bank, they aren't going to have that stuff, so they just put tape around it. Most of the banks around here already had it, so. So there is that. Yeah, it's a little over paranoid, but you know what? I'd rather they be over paranoid at this point than under.
Yeah, well, the problem is if you don't be proactive, then this is not something that's worth being reactive to. As it is that people in charge of it are going off the handle about who knows what these days, but they knew about it long ago, and then when it was coming, it was still called a hoax or a democratic ploy, and then it's the WHO's fault, and they're all
Anyway.
you cannot react to something like this. You have to be proactive, period. Any major situation in general, realistically, like reactive is the worst way to be.
Politics. No more politics, no more coronavirus crap.
No, I mean, even with 3D printing, like you have to be proactive. You have to have parts on hand. You have to be you have to maintain your stuff, because if you stand or try being reactive, you're
never gonna work right.
Well, you're fighting, you're catching up, and you can't sometimes you just can't catch up and get out of it. That's why I have debt.
Yep. Holy crap, it's 20 after 9. I'm already falling asleep. That's a good thing. I should take a sleeping pill and really sleep tonight.
Yeah.
I was pissed last night, boy. I woke up at 12:30. Couldn't sleep. Rolled over a bunch of times. I was trying not do anything and just lay there and see if I could get back to sleep. Didn't happen. Got my little iPad there because I got the little stand here that holds my iPad. Got Netflix all loaded up. Was getting ready to watch a movie, and all of a sudden, beep, no internet connection. Look over at my router. Frickin' thing was dead. Got my phone, went on to Comcast.com. Oh, we're doing a service call from, 1 a.m. to 6 a.m. in your area. I was like, yeah, thanks for telling me, you pricks.
Yeah.
So I sat there staring at the freaking black wall for about an hour before I fell back asleep.
That's why you got to download porn.
Yeah.
No,
That way you have it for when you need it.
I
Yeah,
got it
exactly.
on my computer somewhere. I don't watch porn no more. I'm too old for that crap.
Or you download movies and have them on your computer for when you need it.
Yeah. That's why services like Netflix offer the option to download now.
Yeah, that's why our iPad, the kids, they've got a bunch of stuff downloaded. Some movies when we bought movies, when we bought Blu-rays, we'd often try to get the combo pack, because then we'd have Blu-ray, DVD, and a digital download.
Yeah. I got to figure out what I'm going to do with all my CDs. I was thinking about that the other day. I got a whole shitload of music CDs. And I was just looking at my computer. I don't have a computer that can even take a CD player anymore.
That's why you got to get one of, where is it? I think it's right here.
What, a Spotify account?
Get one of these bad boys right here.
Yeah, I was thinking about getting something like that.
Look at that.
I actually have my, you can't see it, but I have an external hard drive that's got an SD card reader, and it has a slot for a CD player.
That's weird.
I actually have remember the old full size
big
CD players they would put in the whole thing you would put in the computer, right? Before it was a little slot, it was a full eject tray and everything. I have one of those in an external case. I can just plug it in anytime I need to.
I got one of those.
This case has an SD card reader. It's got a USB hub on it. It's got the hard drive internal. Plus, it's got the CD slot. And the slot's there. I'm sitting there staring at it, going, I should just get a CD drive and slap it in there.
I'm gonna say, or let me just. Let me dig through the drawer at work, and in my desk, I've got 3 of them at work. I'll grab one and mail it out to you.
That's it right there, 5 1/4.
Yeah. 5 1/4 bay. Got a big old bricks.
Yeah, like I said, I just got to get one to get it and slap it in there. Because that takes the slide out, too. This is all set up for the...
Oh, he's showing us the slot.
Oh, look, he showed us a slot. Oh, damn it, see.
It matches the freaking computer. But, all I need is a drive to go in there. And what are they, $25 or something now?
They're fairly inexpensive, yeah. Like I said, the only thing I've got is those externals like that. Then I've got one of the big bricks that just sits in the bottom drawer in my desk because, I don't know, the since I've been at that school, they're on principal number 3 now. So the first principal when I started, when she left, she had a bunch of crap. She kept like stockpiling it up in her cabinet. She had external hard drive, the external CD drive, and a bunch of other stuff. And I was like, "What the hell is all this stuff?" When she left, they cleaned out her office and said, "Here's all the stuff we don't want."
Want some CDs? I was going through cleaning out crap. I found all of these the other day.
Yeah,
There's a lot. What the hell am I going to do with all of these?
I don't even know. Like my staff members, like 2 years ago, they all raised hell because they took their desktops away and I gave them all laptops. We had State Farm every year, every so many years, State Farm upgrades. And when they upgrade, their entire facilities at a time. They don't just do a little bit here, a little bit there. So was it Bloomington, Peoria, one of the two from where I'm at. They upgraded there and they had like I don't know how many hundreds or thousands of laptops they were getting rid of, but for schools, our superintendent just gets a hold of them and says, "Hey, look, we'd like to put in a bid for this many," and then they just give them to us. We just go get them, So he took off, went and got them, and all the laptops have no CD drives in them.
Oh, it's Devin.
So all the staff members were pissy because they didn't have CD drives anymore. And then now here we are a year later, and they're all pissy because I said, "Well, I know you mentioned you weren't happy with your laptop. You want a desktop back?" "Oh no, I love my laptop." It's like, didn't need that CD drive after all, did you?
Yeah, Bob, I got zip disks too. I still got floppy disks around here somewhere. My mother keeps collecting them.
Mm-hmm.
Mama, I found something that reminds me of you.
There's no computer that can read them anymore.
I'll post a picture to Twitter tomorrow of a relic from the good old days.
Tell you what, though,
Look, it's a llama of llama.
It's a finger puppet llama.
You're fingering llama?
Yes, indeed. Blink.
That's about right attitude.
I found it. I'm cleaning my desk and I found it in my desk.
Whoa, that I just looked up. That's a llama on your finger.
Yes. I'm fingering llama.
I know you hear this a lot these days, but wash your hands.
Yeah. Obviously.
With a brush.
You don't want some dirty llama on your hands.
Hey, Michael. But does it spit? Yes, it does. See,
like all llamas,
it spits. It also has a nice little the not harness saddle.
Yeah, it's a nice colorful saddle.
Yes, it's a nice happy llama.
Yes,
I don't know what sound llamas make.
It's a 50s happy llama.
Huh.
I was sitting here at 7 o'clock when you were posting about wanting to start streaming. I was sitting here at 7 o'clock. I damn near passed out in my chair. I'm like, and then you were talking about streaming. I was like, and I was waiting for everybody in the house to kind of part ways, so it got quieter because I didn't want to necessarily stream and have kids yelling, wife yelling, kids screaming, wife screaming, and then me sitting here.
And then llama screaming. Like it just gets
that was
if llama's gonna scream, I'm gonna scream.
Exactly. Next thing you know, everybody's just yelling at everybody. And
that staircase. It's like
everybody in chat starts typing in caps.
Monkey, how's the new headset?
So far, not bad. You missed the part where there's another one coming tomorrow.
I saw that was it Twitter or Discord?
Discord, I think.
On the Discord.
You said the other one's a different brand or something?
Yeah, the other one's a Logitech Artemis, a G633.
Those sound nice.
It costs more money, but I got a $25 discount.
Yes, that's always nice.
So it has nice. And the one thing that I don't like about this thing is the boom mic comes down this far, and that's it. Like I can't move it down. I can't move it. Like it only has so much bend on it, and it's freaking me out because I can see it.
The Artemis looks really nice.
It has buttons on it. This one
Yeah.
has a little inline thing, and so far this has gotten caught on my chair 3 times.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't like cord, period.
This is my inside voice.
I am actually really happy that it
Look
has
at-
a 6-foot cord on it, so I'll be able to work on the printers on stream and not have to unplug every time. So you know how I have to like reach funny to grab something back there? I could just turn around and get it because I'll have longer cord.
Nice. Oh, so you know what's funny about Logitech stuff? So
I'm
this
pretty
mouse
llama.
costs $165.
Yeah.
And you know what I realized today? It does not come with Bluetooth. I was like, really?
Why would it need to be Bluetooth?
It's like you'd think at this point.
Oh, because
It has-
Logitech uses a unified receiver
Yeah.
module.
I was going to say it uses Logitech's proprietary wireless.
So that little red
Mhm.
is part of the unified system.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the-
You can download their software and then sync as many devices as you'd like to one USB thing.
this mouse is freaking awesome.
This mouse actually isn't even unifying. It has its own proprietary receiver.
So it's So
So-
you guys like rubbing it in, and here I am with this lovely corded.
It's got some ergonomics to it.
Look at
So
that.
my buddy gave me this one. It's a Performance MX. At the
Oh,
time,
those are so nice.
yeah, but like being able to you unlock this, you push this button,
Oh, it's great.
and now you can just
Oh, screw them mice.
like this thing just freewheels. You can't
Mhm.
tell, but it's just spinning.
Yeah,
Unlocking the scroller is the most amazing thing I've ever come across.
yeah. No, this one was. I didn't buy this myself. This was a birthday present.
I can't do a
I
mouse
did
anymore.
not spend $100 on myself. Someone else did it for me.
Well, that's the thing is my buddy just gave it to me. He's yeah, and it's one of the dark field ones, so you can use it on anything.
Oh yeah, the fact that you can use dark field mice on plexiglass is really cool.
Well, the glass top of my printer or my desk here is the top of my desk is glass. Let me try that in English.
The top glass of my desk.
Right?
I will never go back to a mouse if I can help it. Trackballs are so much easier.
You do love playing with the balls.
Mm-hmm. Especially my own.
Hey, someone's got to, right?
Yeah, no. My friend's theory is because it's a left-handed mouse, they had to pick between making left-handed people happy or standard Bluetooth chipset.
I'm left-handed too, which is why I don't use most of those. Like I think Jordan's using, I could never use that.
They do make left models.
They do
Yeah.
not make a left model of the MX Master. I've been looking for one for years.
Why don't
Well,
you and
maybe
the rest of the left-handed world go after Logitech?
A couple left-handed ones, but they're the crappy ones. They don't make the good ones left-handed.
That's
True.
why you have to spend $165 on a mouse to get a good lefty mouse.
This mouse is crazy dirty.
Rise up against the oppressors.
I like the Kensington ones better. Even a mouse, I'll take the Kensington mouse over the Logitech any day.
Yeah, that's good.
No, what I almost did once is I almost bought an MX series mouse so that I could take it apart and 3D scan the shell and then flip it in CAD.
So that you could then make a left.
Then I could make a custom MX lefty mouse.
Look at you.
I thought about it.
Creative with your hobbies.
I thought about it, but I couldn't justify
You know,
spending
you
that much money just
No.
to 3D scan it.
So
don't
Devin,
have to get somebody
scan
else.
it or look for it on GrabCAD. And then when you flip it, just return the empty shell.
Buy it for return the empty shell.
Oh,
Ryan, why can't you stand lefty mouses?
In case anyone was curious, tonight's stream is brought to you by Butreon.com.
yes.
Please visit Butreon.com for all your Butreon needs.
What kind of need does a Butreon need?
NakedRon.com on the other side.
You're surrounded by a Butreon and a naked man.
Naked Ron's Butreon.
I hear they take debit cards now. You just swipe it in the crack. Yeah, I'm tired. Lots of bless you. I beat you to it.
Your father's laptop.
So I may have acquired a Cisco 2811
Hey, Techie Dad.
enterprise router. What's up, Techie Dad?
Can you use it as a CNC router?
No. And as I can tell from looking at it, in today's world, I can use it as a boat anchor or maybe a small desktop grill. I figured maybe I might make up a couple of burgers one evening on stream in it.
You could use it as a uneven barbell.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But it's been sitting in the rack for about 2.5 years now, just sitting in there, powered off, collecting dust. And when I asked the previous ISP, hey, isn't this your equipment? Because you guys came up here about 3 months ago and swapped this out. So isn't this yours? And they swore up and down it wasn't theirs, that it was ours, that we paid for it. I said, but you swapped it out, and if we paid for it and you gave us another one, then technically the broken one you took would be ours. Because if we paid for it and there's no kind of a warranty on it, and you told me it was ours, then that means this one's yours and I want mine back. And they said, no, that one's yours. You keep it. I said, I don't want to bill for like $2,800 for a piece of archaic architecture. They're like, no, it's yours. Keep it. Like, okay. So we've since started our summer cleaning in the network closet. So I yanked it out of there, and I may be acquiring it because it's $30 on eBay if you were to buy one now. So usually something that's less than about $400, I don't even try to resell because there's no point. So I may end up just acquiring it, and like I said, I'll have a little hibachi here one day, fire it up. I'll put some 2208s in there. Isn't that what you fried, Mama? 2208s, or were they 2209s?
I have both.
Oh, which one was the one you fried?
2209. This has 2208s. Actually, that has 2208s in it too.
Yeah.
I really wanted the 2209s because I wanted the run cooler.
Yeah.
And I don't put fans
Yeah,
on.
this thing, you notice it's on some stilts.
Yep.
It even just being that far off the ground, the 2208s, even with the extra fan that's in there, they get too hot.
Yeah.
It needs air. It needs more airflow. Because they also have the power supply vent go out the bottom too. So with the 2 air supplies, so it
just recirculates the hot air.
It just recirculates the hot air from the power supply.
Techie Dad.
If you ever want to see the funniest thing, though, check out. There's a video. I don't even know how I found it, but I looked up what the motherboard in an Anycubic Chiron is. They did this the funniest way possible. So, geez, Devin.
Gee.
Calm down.
We hit the ice.
Keyboard.
It's a Red Bull slush.
You're like, how can I be an annoying child right now? Oh, I know. Give me my cup that has very little liquid left in it. Let me just slurp over the top of their tongue.
Let me go do that while typing extra loud on my mechanical keyboard, which I currently have not plugged in.
Good.
The adults were talking here.
So this thing's a 24-volt system, okay?
Yeah.
So 24-volt bed, power supply, all that. Their Tri-Gorilla main board only runs on 12. So inside the chassis of the area, there's the power supply that comes in the bottom and feeds to the MOSFET for the bed and all the other parts, all the fans and everything. And off of the line in, there's a plug that comes up to this brick to a power brick that runs up and plugs into the top of the Tri-Gorilla board So they're
Yeah.
feeding it 12 volts from that power.
Door. Hurry up, door. Close the door. Quick, cat. Door. Thank you. Sorry.
So they
my
have two
epileptic
power
cat-
supplies inside the printer. One's a power brick and
Yeah.
one's a regular PSU.
Gotcha. One's for the
Very
one-
weird.
Well, you got that massive heat bed requires a lot of power to heat. So
It heats up faster than the bed that's smaller right here,
yeah,
but that one's 12 volt.
yeah. I was gonna say you're talking 24 volts with its with a dedicated power supply versus 12 volts with a shared. So
Yeah.
yeah, when you can throw a full 24 volts at it, boom. So at what point are one of us going to try and do the whole cooking on our build plate?
Not me.
Which one of us? Which one wants to volunteer for that?
I mean, I just got a new printer today that I don't know when I have to give back, so I could maybe do it.
What printer did you get?
Yeah.
And Ender 5.
Oh,
Ender 5.
how did you acquire an Ender 5, if you don't mind me asking?
A teacher at the school was like, "Hey, can the robotics team maybe fix this?" And
you were
it was
like, of course they can.
it was they told us about this like a week or during spring break, and we were supposed to get it after spring break. Well, we didn't go back to school after spring break. And I was up there today, and I just noticed the printer was in her classroom. I thought it was at home, not at school. And so I texted her. I was like, "Hey, didn't realize your printer was in your classroom. I'm up at the school now. Can I take this home with me to fix it?" It's like, "Yeah, sure. Just bring it back, whenever we go back."
Yep. Tell her
And we're
August
probably
15th.
not going back until August. So
Tell her August 15th. You'll have it in her classroom waiting for her.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah,
she's
totally.
plenty of time to make s'mores while we sit here on stream one evening.
yeah, it's in the car.
Just prop it up on the desk next to you, get some graham crackers, lay them on the bed, put the chocolate on top of that, and put some marshmallows up there.
All
Measure
right.
the distance, and then just have the hot end just kind of hover around the top of the marshmallow to get a nice little crisp on top, while the heat from underneath melts the chocolate down.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good idea.
I put too much thought into this shit.
I was gonna put a paper towel down.
No, right on the heat bed. Psh. What's
Can I
it
get
got
a
on
paste
it?
extruder and just print pancakes?
There you go. That'd be kind of cool. You could sit there one Saturday morning. We could do that. We'd have coffee, and we could all just start making pancakes on our printers while we sit here and stream.
Could we use the printer to reheat the coffee?
Yeah.
That you
I mean,
do.
no, that's not a bad idea. I think I'm gonna start doing that in the mornings on the weekends when I come sit here and chat with everybody. I'll just set my coffee on the one right next to me. I'll just crank up the heat bed and set it on there.
That's what everyone does with the M3D micros back when we had those things. It came with no heat bed, so everyone's like, "Hey, I can use my little coffee warmer and put it underneath it."
Yeah.
That's what everyone's doing for a heat bed. Using the little coffee cup warmers,
Yeah.
sticking it in there. What a piece of crap that thing was. I almost want another one if I could get it for like $10 and just tear it
Like
apart.
Like I said, my first official 3D printer sits right here. This was my first one, so
This was my first real 3D printer because this is the first one that actually worked. The micro never
That's my
actually
first one.
worked.
That's my second one.
I shouldn't say that.
Third one's over there. Fourth one's right next to it. Fifth, sixth, sure. And seventh came in somewhere along there. And then eighth is down there. And then, eighth is up here. Yeah, there.
yeah.
My first was an Ultimaker 2.
Yeah. Yeah. Ultimaker.
Then my second was a Lulzbot Taz 6. Do not recommend.
Lols.
And my third is my MK3. And the fourth is a Ender 5. No, fifth, because it's the Flash Forge. Forgot about the Flash Forge.
I'm going to go back to.
Damn you, Lubba.
I think I'm going to start watching the last season of The Expanse. Last 2 seasons. Because I only finished. I got kind of bored of it. You guys watch The Expanse yet?
I haven't seen any of it.
Huh?
I haven't seen it once.
It's not the first 2 seasons weren't bad. The third season kind of we got about halfway through it, never finished it. The whole weird university bubble thing was just too much. But I think I'm gonna go back and watch it because I hear the 4th season's actually pretty good. Amazon took it over and kind of funded
Old
it.
curmudgeon, you're not slacking. One printer and been in it for over a year. That's not slacking. That's just being conservative. I've got 3 printers in the house. One at the school I got to get home and tear apart, or find somebody who wants a project and then see what kind of bartering we can do here. Because the damn thing weighs like 300 pounds. There's no way I'm shipping it anywhere. It's going to be a delivery only type of deal.
What that?
Drive to Texas.
This machine?
Huh?
Drive
Yeah,
to
that's-
Texas.
Yeah, that's Stratasys. That thing, the printer alone weighs 300 pounds, and it sits on a cabinet. The cabinet's not anything special. It's just MDF.
Yeah, the
wrapped
printer's
in.
nothing special either. I bet you it'll.
Yeah, but it's 300 pounds of metal. It's the fact that the whole thing is made out of
Scrap
I
it.
forget- And that may end up being what I do in the end. I might pull out of it parts that work and then just say the hell with it. Or I might find somebody who had ambitions like has ambitions like I did when I originally said, I want this, I'm going to do this. And then I looked at it, I'm like, the amount of money I'm going to put into this thing for the small build volume that it has, I'm like, I can buy 2 more printers that are better with bigger build volumes, and I can still put something over it for a heat chamber. Like I can do the lac table or just whatever, you know what I mean? I can do
Wham
something.
bam box. Fold it up, put it away when you don't need it.
Or I can do that.
It's
And
fantastic.
And I could still manage to buy at least another printer that's got a bigger build volume. So
Well, I almost bought that Ender 5 the other night. Glad I didn't.
yeah, I do want the Plus. I mean, if I'm going to go with an Ender 5, I'm
That's
going to
the
go with
thing
the
is,
Plus.
yeah.
Because again, I've got 2 Ender 3 sitting right here. They have the same damn build volume. There's nothing different. The only I should say nothing different. I mean, obviously they're a cube. These are a gantry, but still.
Essentially, you're getting the same thing.
Exactly.
I would
It's the
get
same
rid of an
board.
Ender 3 and get an Ender 5.
Yeah, they run the same motors. They run the same
And
board.
Llama, you're wrong, by the way. An Ender 3 takes up less physical space than an Ender 5.
Oh, that
Yeah.
Ender 5 is
Because
huge.
the Ender 3 is taller because of the spool sitting on top. But
width wise, the Ender
Width-wise,
5 is like an extra
yeah,
6
because
inches.
you've got the box.
100 millimeters shorter.
Well, you got the box sticks out more because you got to put your rail on the side.
Yeah, but even then, the whole
You're
so
not-
I actually looked up the measurements.
An Ender 3 has to be a minimal of a swing bed of, what is it, 225?
No, listen,
So it'll be at
don't
least
talk
500
before you
millimeters
know.
long.
Don't talk before you know, because an Ender 5 is bigger. Even though the bed doesn't move, the actual dimensions of it
Do you
are
want me to
bigger
go
than they
get
are.
the Ender 5?
No, I looked up all the dimensions
I'll say something.
from Creality and everything. That the dimensions of the actual outside of it, plus the Ender 5, they did the same thing as Ender 3. Is the screen is on the outside plus the spool holder. So by the time you're done, your Ender 5 is going to be about this wide.
Yeah, I'm trying to find
It's
the.
wider. It's not as long.
It is going
It should actually take up
Okay.
less desktop,
it is deeper.
even though it looks bigger because it's a big box.
Trying to find it. Where is it? Yeah, because they're both 220 by 220 by 250 according to Creality. But I'm trying to find the actual.
Machine size,
footprint.
630 by 660 by 611.
Still trying to find the footprint of the actual printer, though, not the build volume.
That's the machine size. 630 by 660 by 619. I said 611, 619.
Yeah, but an Ender 5 is I can't remember. I looked it up the other night. It is much wider and deeper.
I went to the wrong place.
It says that the Ender 5 has an overall bigger build volume by 50 millimeters.
So the Ender 5 front to back is 585 millimeters. Left to right is 552.
Yeah.
And top to bottom, it's 510.
Yeah. That's quite a
So,
bit larger.
you know, in theory, you're right, Llama. A 220 bed, it should move back 110. But it doesn't, because the gantry isn't centered on front to back, right? The gantry sits a little bit back. So the whole thing only has to go back.
To swing the bed, it doesn't matter where the gantry is. To swing the bed, you have to have that 500 millimeters front to back.
But the end of the bed only sticks out this much. So from the end of the machine, like, so the Ender 3 throw, even with the throw, is still narrower than an Ender 5.
Narrower, but it should be it should be actually longer.
No, you're talking Llama now. The entire, you can, if all you had was sticks in that shape, you could put an Ender 3 inside of it and print. Not a problem.
Machine size 440, 410. Yeah, you're right. Because it's almost 100 millimeters bigger all the way around.
Yep.
And it's much taller because they have to put all that stuff up higher, and they can't have the bed. The bed still only goes down as far as the other stuff.
Yeah, the bed can only go down until it hits the main board.
And
or
it does have
the bottom of the motors.
It does have more Z height by 50 millimeters.
Yeah.
Right? It's a 300 versus a 250. But you're getting all the same extruder, all the same main board, all the same everything. You're just getting more for new people. You're getting more headaches because there's more wheels, there's more alignment that needs to be done. Yeah. For a new person, an Ender 3 is better than an Ender 5.
Somebody who's got some experience with it and understands the overall workings.
Somebody who's got the experience, an Ender 5 Plus is better than an Ender 5.
Well, yes, yes.
The
Ender 5 is just meant to be for that person who just has to have a cube that wants the same build volume as an Ender 3.
I prefer not to have a swinging bed.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, if the Ender 5 was more popular, 6 months ago, well, price wise, it was a little more affordable 6 months ago, I would have bought an Ender 5 for my second printer instead of another Ender 3. But for what I paid for the second one, I couldn't argue. I mean, I bought an Ender 3 Pro for $170 shipped to the door.
So as it is right now, an Ender 5 for me in Canada on Amazon.ca is $400 or is it $439 for an Ender 5?
Just the Ender 5. Okay.
Just the Ender 5. The Ender 3 was 330. So literally, it is $100 difference to gain 50 millimeters of build volume.
Yeah. In height. In bed, I will take a cube over a swinging bed any day of the week.
Yeah, until you get this swinging bed and realize that they didn't mount. You need to print extra brackets to stop the cantilever that does naturally occur. Most printers don't have a cantilever. The Ender does. The Ender does have a cantilever. It's a design.
Did somebody come out with a dual screw for the Ender 5?
Maybe Tim did. I don't know.
The Ender 5. Well, the Ender 5 Plus has a dual screw, but that's straight from that's because of the build volume. They put a dual.
But an Ender 5 Plus is
again talking.
Well, I was looking at them on 3D Printing Canada.
Yeah.
And an Ender 5 Plus was going to cost me $900 if they had any available.
Yeah, and I'm looking on Amazon right now. The only Ender 5 Plus I'm finding right now on Amazon US is going to be $689, so $690.
Right.
So, yeah. And that's the only one I see, and you still got to pay shipping on that one because they don't have anything prime right now. Go figure, the craze in printing has blown up. And
Ender 5 Plus is $839.95.
Yeah.
It's kind of a lot.
Any cubic Chiron, $682.95.
Yeah. You can get yourself a Sane Smart Creality Ender 3.
You want another one of those things.
$229.
What, a Chiron?
Yeah.
One is enough.
Monster behind you.
Thing is, one is enough, man. It's gonna be great when I use after I get it all configured over and set up. I'm gonna print Mandalorian helmet, and it'll look small on the build plate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is
I
that?
won't have to worry about rotating it just the right way to be able to make it fit diagonally on the
It's 400 square by 500 tall, right?
410. Sorry, I think it's actually 400, 400, 450.
Is that
I
what?
want to say 500, maybe. I think it's 500.
I don't know. It's pretty big back there.
400, 400, 550. But the actual plate is bigger, so I could gain an extra few mils if I played with it, the slicer a little.
Yeah, I think
It's my three-legged cat.
Go plate like that.
Yeah, if you ask the kids, they call him a one-legged cat.
So if you
He
use
is missing a back leg. Here, watch. Ready?
okay,
Ready? Watch. See? He's missing a back leg.
Tripod cat.
oh,
When he was a kitten, he lived out at my in-laws, and he got either hit by a piece of farm equipment or got his leg stuck in a belt somewhere and mangled it. My daughter was out there and saw him kind of dangling the leg, and she couldn't let that happen because where she's at, he could be coyote bait. So my wife went out there to get him. They were going to just take him to the vet and see what they could do. And the vet said, "Oh yeah, no, this leg is gone. It's crushed. There was no bone left in it. And it was just kind of a floppy little noodle." So the vet took the leg and took his balls while she was in there. So on top of it, he's nowhere near the man he wants to be, and he's three-legged on top of it all.
Sounds like that was a traumatic visit
Yeah.
for that cat.
Yeah, but he's a good boy. We originally were going to fix him and then send him back to my mother-in-law, but after we got him fixed, we realized we can't do that to him. He can't go back out and play in the field. So we kept him.
what do you call a girl with one leg?
Call a girl with one leg?
Eileen. What do you call a man in the water with no arms and no legs? Bob. Those are like from high school, man. You guys never heard those before?
I have. I used to enjoy hearing them again.
Bob. Like Bob. What do you call a guy in the water with no arms and no legs? Bob.
What do you call a cow with no legs laying on the ground?
Ground beef.
Yep. Speaking of ground beef, here's one for you.
I was going to say, speaking of no legs, hey, Jordan, how's it going? Fucking llama.
Yeah. No,
You're a girl, Eileen.
One of the tech companies I worked for in the past, we were installing some cameras at a fertilizer plant out in Nebraska. And on our way back, we're sitting there as we're going, we're heading down 80 towards Illinois, and they're like on 80 heading west. I'm sitting, I'm like, what in the hell is all this going on? There's like guys on four-wheeler. There's a truck pulled over with a trailer. There's guys on four-wheelers tearing ass down the interstate. As we get going, all of a sudden I see a cow laying on the ground. We get going down the road a little bit farther. I start seeing flashing lights. I see more guys on four-wheelers tearing ass up and down the interstate, and I start seeing cow, 2 cows, 3 cows. I guess apparently the trailer was hauling a bunch of cattle, and the door popped open while they were tearing ass down the interstate and didn't realize it for about a 10 to 15 mile stretch of 80 where they were just dumping cow after cow.
Were the cows okay?
No, they were dead.
Did you guys ever go?
Dead. They went from 80 miles an hour to they were moving at 80 miles an hour to concrete. Their hooves don't move that fast. They were definitely ground beef.
Poor cows.
Yes.
You guys ever try and go cow tipping? You know what cow tipping is, right?
Yes. Cow tipping don't work very well. Cow tipping don't work very well because you do exactly like
about 4 guys to tip a cow over. I don't care if it's sleeping or not.
Yeah, exactly.
We all got drunk and tried to go out and do it. Man, I body slammed that cow. All it did was lay me right the hell on the ground, woke the cow up, pissed it off. Yeah. You are not tipping over freaking 1,000 pounds of beef with my little ass, especially back then. I was only like 130 pounds.
Beef.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Buttram says though, cow pies, that's the worst one. Is just when you go to like shoulder a cow and you hit it and your foot comes off from under you and you fall right in it.
Yeah.
Then you got to go home smelling like shit.
You can tip them over. It just takes like 3 or 4 guys to hit it.
Yeah,
Not
But
just
why do you want to knock the cow over?
because
up.
that's what.
Can it get back up?
Yes,
Yeah, it gets right back up. It just goes moo and gets kind of pissed off, and you better run.
makes a hell of a thud.
Real issue.
It's like if it takes 3 or 4 guys, it sounds like 2 of the guys are going to get kicked in the nuts by the flailing hooves on the way down.
You
Damn.
hit and back up.
They just roll over and kind of go moo.
Like Bob says, it's drunken fun.
Yeah, it's stupid drunken crap.
Yeah.
It's like we were all wasted one night, and a friend of mine, we were in the backyard of his house, up on the deck, and a whole bunch of deer are out in his yard. Because he had like these crab apple trees. We're like, we're hungry. We want some venison. So all of a sudden he grabs his utility knife and starts trucking out into the yard, chasing the freaking deer like he's going to catch one and kill it with a utility knife. You know, a gray utility knife.
Take
God,
a
holy
to the face.
back in the 70s when we were doing that stupid crap in the cameras. Oh my God.
Well, I'm on your Thingiverse page, and did you really model a taco?
Yes, I did.
Why not?
I modeled the taco train too. That was way back when Joel Telling and all those guys were doing that big taco thing in the beginning. When Joel first started out, he was big on tacos. We all modeled the taco trains and taco trucks and taco boats and taco everything.
There's nothing wrong with tacos. Tacos are delicious.
Tacos are great.
If you look at that, there should be a link to a remake. A guy
Yeah, I saw the remake of it walking.
legs and arms and everything out of it.
Yeah, I was looking for the link for the cat toy, and I found a taco.
I got like 200 things on there or something.
Cat taco? What? Mom's gonna model a cat taco next?
He's gonna model a cat eating a taco.
Well, no, because like you got like Naya Cat, right? That was the Pop Tart with.
Well, there's
Yeah.
the cat taco
Do a cat taco.
emoji too.
She's looking for this.
Yeah.
The cat toy. So she can make fun of it because her cat's such a dud, it won't play with it.
I've tried so many times, like every single day. I try to get him to play with it.
See, look,
One in another color.
every cat I have ever shown this thing to went absolutely nuts for it.
No, well, when he yawns, I put a sound effect on there. So when he
I
yawns,
know that was. You sent me that. That cat's just like. Yeah. I was like, what the hell? Like, yeah, another ball, whatever, dude.
do you know how long I spent videotaping my cat ignoring your toy?
Well, that means either A, his toy is boring, or B, you have no life.
No, it's actually pretty cool. If you look at it,
It's a
it's
really
got like
cool toy, actually. I've
No, I
been
know.
more entertained by it than my cat.
when it rolls, if you roll it slow enough, if you roll it real fast, it'll roll. But if you roll it slow enough to when it hits the ribs, it'll like make it like wobble away. And that just makes cats go nuts. They see that and it's like they think it's something alive.
Yeah, I even tried floating
Speaking
it.
of alive, I almost fell asleep. I gotta go.
Yeah, I'm getting
All
ready
right,
to go
sir.
later, man.
I've been up too many late nights.
Have
You got
yourself a good
cats, yeah?
sleep.
Yeah, I gotta. Yeah.
First thing you try it with your cats.
No, my cats are old and lazy.
Not you.
They
But
don't.
I don't never seen cats on stream.
What, me?
Yeah,
Oh, you
Cats
had-
aren't allowed in my office?
fair enough.
I have tons of cats. Maybe I should try and print it.
Dan, print this thing and see if your cats will play with it.
You should.
Okay.
You should
I'll
not.
tell you what, as soon as my filament shows up, I'll use my filament. Yeah.
It's best if you print it out of TPU. Seriously.
Bye, Jordan. I missed you. Bye.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Later, Joe.
When I post that video,
No.
it's gonna be a small challenge at the end. 3D print this and see if your cat likes it. And let's just really see. Does the toy suck or is my cat stupid?
Does the toy
Cat's
is the toy
not
stupid or does my
not
cat
entertained. Do you do the video yet?
I just need to do an intro. It's done. Like literally the video is in Premiere is open on my laptop right now.
Yeah.
It's done. It's very comedic.
TPU. What a wonderful stuff. What is something I should try and print a Saurus out of TPU? I think that'd be kind of entertaining. Get
This right
angry
here
and
out
see
of
him
TPU.
squish
That's
the
what it is.
Saurus. I got to be careful with what I say. There's a small set of ears right there.
Dickosaurus? Oh, you got headphones on, so I can't hear.
Yeah, she can't hear.
Yeah.
I can say Dickosaurus. It doesn't bother me to say it. I just trying to be nice.
It's just a dinosaur. Did you guys see my Viking playground on the Discord?
I did not.
No.
Oh, you have to go see that.
Let me go see it.
I posted a long time ago when we were talking about
Oh well.
Stonehenge actually being a Viking,
Oh yes, I did.
Oh,
see
that. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I put Dickosaurus inside of it.
Yes, that I do remember. I do remember the Stonehenge Dickosaurus.
Yeah.
Why did they build it? Because they needed somewhere to show off their Dickosaurus, son.
That's where they have Dickosaurus, challenges.
They had Dickosaurus battles in here.
Yeah.
Who had the biggest Dickosaurus?
The Dickosaurus Arena.
Later, Sergio.
Do you get the alien box?
Oh man, 4:30. I get up at 4:45, so I'm right there with you, bud.
You should totally do the.
How many times do I have to say Dickosaurus? As many times as I need to say Dickosaurus. Yes, my daughter.
How many
just said
times can you
Dickosaurus.
say Dickosaurus?
Yes, my daughter says Dickosaurus.
Six.
Huh? Yeah. Yeah, I'm right here.
How
I'm
much
right here. Well, actually, hold on. I'm right here.
Dickosaurus could dick
And then you
dick.
got Tom Lama. He's right there. And then you got lovely Miss Devon right here. She's basically a STEM teacher. Isn't that what are you a STEM teacher? Is that your official title, STEM teacher? Or
Robotics.
oh, she's just the robotics teacher. But yeah, you guys call it STEAM.
STEM.
They call it STEM
It's STEM.
at my school. It
is
STEM because it started out as she's a teacher. Yes.
Those are people that work at your school?
No.
What is the STEM thing? I never
STEM
actually.
is the science,
Technology,
technology,
engineering, and math.
yeah.
And people try to make it STEAM and science, technology,
And-
engineering, arts, and math.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
art are their own thing. You don't need to sit there and combine
Art is
or-
their own thing. People have supported art. There are foundations for art. Art is important and it should be supported, but they have gotten more support than STEM ever has.
Yeah, STEM is a program. Basically, what STEM is now, Lama, you remember this when you were
I
in
got it
school.
now that you said science technology. It's kind of makes sense. I just never. I mean, I heard of it. I knew about it. I just never got to exactly what it was. No, I understand. It's a science.
Stupid thing.
Big
My computer
fun.
glitched out, but yeah, it's
Class.
like all the it's all the area vocational classes that kids would take these days, like your shop classes and stuff like that, all mixed into one class that's taught by a science and a math teacher, not taught by
For
anyone who
When I
took
was a
those
kid.
special, went to school for those special fields. They just had a science and or math.
tech
or
schools
science.
were when I was a kid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
I went to Essex Vinyl Regional Vocational Technical School Satellite when I was a kid. I had to write down on every freaking paper. Vinyl Regional Vocational Technical School Satellite. Essex Vinyl Regional Vocational Technical School Satellite. It's like the whole freaking page is just the title of the freaking school.
Yeah, the A is, but yeah, the A in STEAM stands for any different thing depending on what area you're in and what is the popular A in the area. Like, yeah, see, for my daughter, it's art and math for them, but for other schools, like I do know they do the agricultural and then there's architectural and it's. Lama, I'm sorry, but you're far from the mic. It's hard to hear you. And then my
That's
dad-
good. You didn't want to hear what I just said.
he's gonna say mean things.
Ooh, Mountain Dew.
It was borderline pornographic.
Oh well, that don't bother me. I have lots and lots of kids. Obviously, pornographic things don't bother me.
Yeah, it's a modern shop class.
I've practiced a lot in my day.
There are power tools in my classroom.
Oh, for crying out loud! I thought you were going to say nightstand.
It actually is a power tool on my nightstand.
Talking about Bob.
Oh, that's cool though.
Devin, do you know what Bob is? Or
No.
who
You really
Bob
are
is?
you actually are a STEM teacher then in that classification.
Bob is short for something else. And I'm not talking about Bob in the chat room either. But I am talking about a Bob. Look up extramarital aids Bob.
Extramarital aids, Bob.
Yeah.
I'm assuming what Bob
It's
just
Yeah,
typed.
it'd be what Bob just typed there. Yes.
No, I went. There's a power tool on my bedside table, and there's a drill on the table.
Yeah, but again,
Does a soldering iron count as a power tool?
it counts as a
I'm not
tool.
going there. I
mean,
am
if you're-
not going there. Anyway,
Bob in chat too.
What?
nothing.
Oh.
Nothing. Not going there.
I'm confused.
God, battery operated boyfriend. That's Bob in chat too.
Ooh.
Also, the tip of my soldering iron is just very crooked.
My God, I'm not. On that note, I gotta go to bed. I really, really have to go. The stream is gonna get way off.
Yeah,
subject.
I'm too tired to continue down the path that we're going down.
Okay.
I don't have the energy to stop the word vomit once it starts. So I'm just gonna bow out before I
If we're
say
getting off stream, does that mean I need to actually finish the intro to this video so that you can see the full thing?
you should probably finish your cat video, Devin. Yes, you should probably do that. And you've been talking about this.
For like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I was gonna say this cat video has been like a
You know,
month-long
like,
process
yeah.
now.
2 weeks.
Yeah, procrastinator. It's been like 3, maybe 4.
Two. Only 2.
Procrastinate a little bit more.
Only 2.
In 2 weeks, it'll be only 2 weeks.
Shut up.
I was trying to do it every week, and it's a pain in the ass, and I just gave up.
Yeah. Well, good night, everybody. I'm bowing out.
Good
Yeah.
night, Dan.
See
See
you.
you,
Bye.
bye.
Thanks for stopping in. It's been fun. It's been real. Have a good night. Tomorrow's another day.
Tomorrow's another day.
Broadcast.